Gigabyte.
What is going on, everybody? This is J4Y, and I am going to be your host this morning. Actually, it's probably evening where you are if you're watching, but this is actually going to be the GEST Malaysia qualifier. And if you actually kept up with any of the Rising Star qualifier, you will notice one of these teams should sound familiar. That's right, this is Gizmo versus 5 Kings, and yeah, we're going to get this underway. So, yeah, this is once again J4Y. I do not currently have my co-host BDLM. He should be joining me for future games today and tomorrow, but for now, I am on my own, and that is just fine. We'll have a good time without him, won't we? Alright, let's get this underway. So, the band's already coming out, and we already have a Naga Siren and a Darkseer. So, already looking pretty typical for the most part. Don't see anything out of the ordinary, of course. You know, I guess going back to, I'm going to reference that Rising Stars qualifier a good amount because there was some interesting play and some pretty good picks throughout. You know, one of the things I definitely want to make note of is the fact that Morphling was picked up multiple times, yet I might have only seen him win one of many games, and that's an unfortunate statistic. You know, going back to the international. Where he was picked up a lot and won a lot of games, you know, with that shotgun burst damage was really impressive, but in these games he just hasn't seemed to have been able to keep up with the opponent and really gets shut down. So some interesting things to see there. And he's actually going to get banned out with anti-mage. So already 3 hard carries getting banned out in this game, and then Lycanthrope, so make that 5. Pretty good start for us all so far. And then now waiting on the 6th final ban here. You have to see who they go with. You know, there's definitely some interesting notes. Another thing to note, Nature's Prophet, I was going to say until this point, wasn't really getting banned a lot, although there is the 6th and final fan will be the Nature's Prophet. So, going to have to see now if Invoker is picked up very quickly. You know, there's plenty of other heroes, of course, they could decide to go instead. Tinker is on the board. You know, other hard carries, Chaos Knight might be a quick one as well. Not exactly sure which one Gizmo is going to prefer, but it is actually going to be the Templar Assassin, so they want to run that again. They want to give that another shot. They kind of struggled with that pick in the Rising Stars qualifier. You know, they really like to have her, but she wasn't able to do a lot, and this is actually pretty much exactly what was happening last game. Templar Assassin and now Lestrak, and then Vino was picked up. Both of those pretty much hard counters to this hero were picked up against her. So we'll have to see if this team did their research, maybe watch the game, and is like, okay, if they pick TA, we're going to just take Lestrak Vino. No, not interested, wants the Tidehunter for team fight instead, and you know, you can't be upset with them for that decision. That definitely should be something powerful for their team. But now I wonder if Vino is going to get picked up in these next 2 to be on Templar Assassin's team. You know, that might be a good choice. I believe it was, I think it was Flash Esports who ran the Templar Assassin one game and picked Vino with her, so that way he couldn't counter that refraction, because he's like the master of damage over time, essentially. You know, he does so much of it. He has a passive attack that does damage over time, Venomous Gale, of course. His ultimate is a dot, for frickin' sake. You know, it's just so much, and it's a lot to deal with. So you'll have to see actually if that's what they choose to do or not. 115 left in the reserve time. It's going to be Rubik, who was not banned actually. Wow. So Rubik against Tidehunter is really nice to have. And then of course there is the Venomancer. Alright, so we're back in business here. That makes a lot of sense. And then I have to go to the 3rd pick here. 5 Kings. We have to see who they want to go with before there's 4 more bans coming out. Definitely going to be interesting to see that. Alrighty. Still in on this ban, and things are going well this morning for me, guys. I don't know about you. It is actually 6 a.m. where I'm casting from. Good old US East Coast. So I'm happy to be here with you guys, though. I really am. These opportunities, you know, are just fantastic. I don't get to watch a lot of Southeast Asia games, so every chance I get is just fantastic. I definitely take a grip of it, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going for it. More early morning or not, before work, I don't care. Screw it. I'm here for it. It's going to be awesome. Chaos Knight, going to be the 3rd pick for 5 Kings. Interesting. Well, they're going to use that as their hard carry late game, and definitely a wonderful one. Obviously the stun. I've talked about the combination with Leshrac. Setting up the Chaos Bolt plus Split Earth is such an easy combination later in the game. Of course, early on, it could only be a 1-second cast, and then you could be in trouble. But when the later ranks, at least at rank 4, it is 2 minimum up to 4, so you definitely will have a higher chance to get that longer stun to set up that combination, but still pretty powerful. The Shrek, always a good support, but then again, we've seen actually some teams, specifically I remember Flash Esports, running him actually more of like a semi-carry, getting farm in the short lane, and got a lot of good big items, and was really doing well with it. So we'll have to see if that's what 5 Kings wants to do as well. Definitely don't have to play him as a support necessarily. Meanwhile, Tinker and Sand King are the first 2 bans coming out in the second banning phase. Sand King, of course, that makes a lot of sense. Amazing team fight. Great for setups as well. That stun roams the map. Is a big nuisance to a lot of people. So, definitely, like I said, understandable there. Tinker as well with that mobility. And then Queen of Pain now going to be the final ban. So they've taken out a couple mid-heroes, or I should say a couple solo heroes. Very good ones at that. Queen of Pain setting up for those team fights as well with that Sonic Wave and Screen of Pain. Just tons of AoE damage dishing out. And then Tinker, the push master. He teleports around the map with that March of Machines. Also a great turtle hero as well. So both very smart bans. And then Windrunner going to be the 5th ban here for 5 Kings. So taking out that side lane solo option for them, she was picked up a lot back in the other qualifier in the Rising Stars, and for good reasons. The Shackle Shot's just so nice to have if you can latch it properly. Great initiation, far range, can get 2 heroes if you've got it timed out well enough. Definitely can be effective. But now we're going to have to see who they want to run. I mean, Tidehunter, like I said, is already picked up. They could go something like a Bounty Hunter, who we saw multiple times in the Rising Stars, and did very well, especially in a couple different lineups, able to get that track up and just really give extra bonus gold to a lot of players that were involved in kills, and it really helps snowball their team into into more of an advantage in the game. But actually, it's going to be Broodmother. Interesting pickup there. So wanting to get that side lane solo split push, and oh my god, it can be so effective at it. Really can. You'll have to see how he does here, but the last time I saw a Broodmother, early game, there was tons of sentry wards, tons of vision, and they were definitely making sure to shut Broodmother down early. She did eventually have a comeback and was doing a great job split pushing, but it was just too little, too late, and they did eventually fall with that. But that's not every single Broodmother game will go like that, and especially with a Templar Assassin on your team. If she gets off to a great start, she's going to, be ganking and giving room for that Broodmother. Maybe shifting the focus away from the Broodmother so she can do her own thing, get the farm up, and then push that lane and be just a nuisance throughout. Now waiting on the 4th pick here, a minute back in reserve time, plenty of time to think out, alright, who are we going to go against this Broodmother? Now they have Tidehunter already, which is kind of nice. That is actually very nice, let's say. If they want to now put him against the Broodmother, he'll do a pretty good job. He won't shut her down, though, but he'll do pretty nicely still. The Anchor Smash, of course, a great AoE, low cooldown, pretty high damage, as well as reducing damage done. So if he can hit the Broodmother in a few of her spiralings every time he Anchor Smashes, you can get a lot of gold farm through that as well. But it's actually going to be Beastmaster now. 4th pick coming out here by 5 Kings. So another, typically I'm going to say side lane solo hero, should be interesting to see that. That might be their matchup against Broodmother, and just leave Tidehunter to support. Wild Axe is, of course, also pretty effective against the Spiderlings and Broodmother in general. Can clear them out pretty quick. That composite damage going to do both physical and magical. It's going to do some nice stuff. And, we've seen that matchup happen before. Broodmother won't shut Beastmaster down generally. He's tanky enough early on that it's not going to be a big deal to be against her. But once again, these are heroes that aren't going to, like, they're going to need to either send a tri-lane against her to shut her down, or they're just going to have to accept that she's going to be a good force. And now with the Broodmaster pick, I really like that by Gizmo. Very smart. You know, they're kind of putting a lot of the chips in the middle game here, but at the same time, that's not a bad thing. You know, I look at their team, all these heroes can be so strong at that point in the game. Not taking it super late, and Chaos Knight, you really don't want to be against him super late, to be honest. You know, he gets those Phantasm images up, mirroring all his damage, which he has so much later on. He can build Super Tank and still be doing tons of damage, it doesn't matter. Whereas Brewmaster is just such a wrecking force. As soon as he hits 6, gets that ultimate, he is going to provide a lot of CC, a lot of damage early on in these fights, and I think they're going to take advantage of that and push with the Venommancer and Broodmother as well, so very interesting to see their lineup here. In the meantime here, 5th and final pick, 15 seconds remaining for 5 Kings. Going to be interesting for sure. 5 seconds, so who are they going to go here? Last pick. It's going to be Vengeful. So Leshrac has to be getting farm in this composition, because otherwise, I don't know who they're going to match up where. We're going to have to see. I'm interested to see what lineups. Are you guys ready for the first game of the Malaysia qualifiers for the GEST? I certainly am. Sorry, I'm trying to get awake, man. I'm trying to wake up here. Like I said, it was 5:30 a.m. I woke up for this, and don't get me wrong, I'm loving being here. I'm loving this game. I'm ready to cast it. But I'm just gonna need a little bit of time to get myself awake for this game. That's all I ask for from you. So bear with me here early on.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And here we go. We are in the game. Getting this underway. Gizmo here. I'm going to go over their players really quick for you. We've got Tell Me Why. Going to be on that TA. S on the Broodmother. It's going to be JXJ on the Rubik. Glories on the Venommancer. And finally, we are going to have ourselves Kenrico on the Brewmaster. Over here on 5 Kings, we're going to have Strifer on the Beastmaster. Slasher's going to be that Leshrac actually looks like mid. And then I think that I was going to say Sarcasm. But it looks like Sarcasm. A little typoed, maybe. Who knows? Chaos Knight. Going to have Arch. Oh my gosh, these names are a little crazy for me. Archuriel on the Tide Hunter. And then this Vengeful's going to be Swordsman. At least that one's a little easier for me. So there are 5 on both teams. And here's the lane setup already. So interesting start already. Got to see, he's tri-lane in each of the short lanes. Actually, Ping's coming out on this Broodmother. She is here, and she is against a tri-lane, like I was saying before. Do they have the sentry to drop? Yes, they do, and they're going to put one down early. There it is. So once again, these Broodmother gonna have such a rough time. I almost was hoping she would be in this short lane and they'd match tri-lane for tri-lane, but they might not feel so confident in theirs. I mean, Venommancer, Rubik, and Brew is actually really strong, but you're against 2 stuns and a good gush that reduces armor. You know, you might not necessarily be so confident in that matchup. So, you know, I guess I can understand, and they really, really want focus on their Brewmaster to get farm early. Maybe get that Blink Dagger just almost immediately, and that would be really helpful. Pause actually came out, so we're just waiting a second here. Got to see. In the meantime, this middle matchup, so it's going to be Templar Assassin versus Leshrac. Now, of course, I'm going to assume Leshrac will get that Diabolic Edict very early, maybe in level 1, to match up, probably not level 1, maybe Split Earth, but still, it should probably be close to even. Templar Assassin doesn't have that long reach, so maybe give Leshrac a little bit of a leg up. As you can see, Diabolic Edict is in fact leveled up already. Gonna be ready to go. Did his icons get a workover? These look new to me. These look very new, and they look really nice. I think they were, but who knows. Alright, in the meantime, Broodmother is up here. Oh, they have another sentry. If they drop it here, Broodmother could get caught out, I think, very quickly. They have the stun, they have 2 stuns, excuse me, and the gush. That could really lead to a fantastic start off, and oh my gosh, what would he do? He would have to run for his life. I don't think he would have it in him, but it looks like they're not going for it for now. So not a big deal. The Shrek in the meantime just trying to harass TA, but not getting it done. Vino gonna set up a fake gank, and he's gonna turn on Edict just in case. Really using that image very well to kind of set him off there, make him think he's in trouble. When in reality, he's fine. He's safe. He's good. Wow, look at these last hits from TA. It's already 7 and 6. Some high denies too, and that's the power of refraction. 20 bonus damage on top of 66 base. She does a ton of damage early on. And he only does 51. You know, how is he supposed to keep up with that kind of last hitting? Not very easy. Meanwhile, comparing, it is Beastmaster, and by the way, he is Dire. So, you know, he should eventually be able to stack some Ancients if that's what he so desires. And they didn't ward it either. Normally you'll see a ward come out here, and that will block those Ancient stacks, but they haven't done... Oh, excuse me. And there you go. Glories. Maybe just listening into the cast, even though it's delayed, and saying, you know what, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's put a word there. I don't want Beastmaster to do this. And this has been a great strategy that's kind of happened recently. Players have really figured out that they can take advantage of this Beastmaster. It was a good strategy for a while. People didn't expect it, but now they do. And you just put a ward that pretty much counters his early on strategy. Actually, Invisible Venomancer coming out. Blocking with the body. Gonna get the Thunderclap. Gale's gonna come out. That is way too much slow for him to handle. Telekinesis is now gonna be the final blow here. Venomancer will get the last hit, but still a great first blood coming out here for Gizmo. A really good setup. Even body blocking as invisible. That is a great strategy right there. You know, making sure to take advantage of his positioning early and making Beastmaster with no boots also. Actually, Ping's coming out here. They want to catch him, and they do. Look, they got the sentry up here too now. So they got all the vision they need. A stun comes out, and he's right next to Detection. I don't know if you realized it. 3-second stun. I don't think Broodmother can get out of this street. He's going to the very edge. Oh, there's a web. Reality Rift, though, is it enough? No, it's not, and they don't have any more vision. So he might survive. You see, he's pinging out. He's like, please, hit him with some anchor smashes. But they're missing. They're not hitting him, and he's going to be okay popping the salve. And he's going to use one more anchor smash maybe to pop it out. With Wave of Terror, they do have some good AoE damage that doesn't require targeting. So that's nice, I guess. But still, he does survive, and that's what's really important here. Making them use those sentry wards and not shutting him down is a big factor for Broodmother. Of course, still 0 CS, but so is Beastmaster, right? So, not a huge deal in the long run. Who, by the way, is, of course, going that Soul Ring. Both side lane solos want that Soul Ring to spam out their spells, and that's how they get their farm early on as well as later. By the way, for those who don't know or haven't tuned into the previous qualifiers, these are all best of ones leading up to the final, where it's a best of 3, a weighted best of 3 actually, where there's a winner's bracket and loser's bracket, and the person that's coming from the winner's bracket in the final starts with a 1-game advantage. It happened in the Rising Stars qualifier, and actually, oh my gosh, a dust comes out. 1 stun. Oh, he doesn't have enough, but he has Reality Rift. 1 more auto attack should do the trick. He should be gone, and he is. Vengeful Spear will get the last hit. So really nice setup there, using that Reality Rift just in time. He has 1,500 gold, actually. Chaos Knight off to a nice start. But so is TA in the meantime. Has her ult already. Refraction Sideblade's going to be the combination for now. Get that range, get that high damage from the stacks of Refraction. Just harass this Leshrac down a bit. A lot, I should say. Who did just buy his bottle now, and it's coming his way. But he's definitely behind in the last hitting. 29 and 11 compared to 13 and 3. You know, definitely tell me why off to a really nice start here, as you would expect. Poor Broodmother. You know, she's trying her best. And she's actually starting to get a tiny bit. 4 creep score now for her. You know, the supports have left her alone, but that's about it. Vengeful actually running all the way back to base. You don't see this happen from sports very often. Normally they're going to courier out those clarity potions or salves, but not the case for Vengeful. Selling something, it looks like, and just buying the sentry wards instead. Now TPing back, and now they're going to just have tons of vision. Sentry as well as Dust, they are absolutely trying to ensure a shutdown on this Broodmother at this point. And a pause comes out from Slasher. So, trying to look around at least the last hits. As you can see, Templar Assassin leading the way, 34-12. Brewmaster's next, 31-6, but Chaos Knight's right on his tail, so they're pretty much even on both the short lanes. Then there's Leshrac, down only 14-3, so definitely a good chunk of change behind. Roughly about 500 to 600 gold from this Templar Assassin, as well as the Denies, so down in experience as well. And then we got the Broodmother, and all these heroes are all around the same. Beastmaster's still 0-0, hasn't gotten anything to go. He's even trying to pull this, but like I said, there's this ward here, and that's going to block any respawning of these creeps. So really not going to be an issue for him at all. Well, it's going to be a huge issue, I should say, excuse me. It's going to be an enormous issue. He's not going to be able to get the stacking that he really wants. And it looks like a reconnect comes out from Swordsman, so here they are, ready to go. Tidehunter just lurking around as well, doesn't have a lot of money either. They're just trying to get this Chaos Knight as much as possible, and like I said, he actually went treads. Okay, so he spent his money, got some treads for more attack speed as well as some stats. Gonna help him out for sure. Actually, Pink's coming out. They want this TA to get the rune, and she is going to get it. Has the phase boots already too, so talk about some speed early on. You know, the typical build from here will be just straight into that Blink Dagger. They actually ping out Beastmaster. It's going to be a dive on bottom. It's definitely going to be a dive. We already see the Drunken Haze coming out. And now Ward giving vision. There's the Gale. Telekinesis. Templar Assassin's going to start hitting like a truck. And Templar Assassin with the kill. Those illusions doing a lot of damage. And that's a great setup there. You know, a lot of slow. Beastmaster, of course, has no escape. And just take full advantage of that. You can dive that very easily with all of those heroes, you know, creeps or not. And they're going to kind of just push this lane out at this point. Just get some farm. Brewmaster has the Arcane Boots. It now might go for that Blink next. A couple Blinks on this team is going to mean a lot for Gizmo. It's going to really help set up their team fights and their ganking. You know, Blink with TA plus the Brewmaster. Really a great setup and initiation. In the meantime, top Vengeful taking a lot of harass, actually. Getting a little assistance here. Brewmaster TP'd. That's a little unexpected. Yeah, wouldn't normally see that. And actually, the courier is flying something out to her. She will have both her Ring of Regen as well as Sobi Mask for some regen. But you see Ping something out top. Brewmaster just going in. Has the ult. But if he can't get it off, it's not going to do any good. He's going to fall before he ults. And that's a huge mistake, a big misplay. He thought he could get it out off in the middle of their team, but not able to. The Leshrac catching him off guard with that stun. They have 3 stuns here. That's a lot of CC chaining that up. And now they're going to get this top tower for free. So a really good rotation in by Slasher. And they're going to get the tower for it. Might even continue a push. And I don't know if the Radiant's going to even defend this. You know, they really should be, honestly. And it actually looks like Slasher is going to fall back. Oh, right into a Templar Assassin, who's going to do a ton of damage. Has the Invis, but the Edict's popped. Predicting the Invis, and actually look how much damage she's taking. Be careful, Templar Assassin. You don't want to fall before you get to do anything. But there's a free Vengeful Spirit. No mana at all. Oh, there we go. One more attack will do it, and there it is. And now Brewmaster's here. Gonna use the Thunderclap. That's 2 supports down. Really good pickoffs there, and that's what they need to get that gold back in their favor. As you can see, it's already about 2,000 as well as 2,500 experience. The trap comes out, Leshrac mid. Another trap's there. Oh, they're not able to detonate it. Here we go, the Drunken Haze. Stun missing both. Venomous Gales here. That's a dead Leshrac. 3 kills in a row now for Gizmo, and they're pinging the tower. They want middle, and they might just get it. 2,200 gold on this Templar. She could buy a Blink if she wants already. And that's going to really help her out. But yeah, the fortification's now coming out. Traps there just for vision, as well as if someone comes to TP, as you can see already. Vengeful Spirit is here, doesn't have the ult for a swap yet, but they really just want this tower, and they should be able to get it no problem here. Waiting on the last hit. I was going to say, don't wait too long, you're not going to get it. So there you go, tell me why. Getting the last hit, now up to a ton of gold. 2,700. Is she even going to go for the Blink? I would expect it. It's very typical. But maybe she's just going to go for like that Desolator. Just go for that much more damage and burst. You know, either way, it could definitely be a positive thing for her. King's bottom now. It is his Beastmaster, still only level 4, struggling so much the Gale comes out. Oh no, Telekinesis, Drunken Haze. Oh, so much damage. Venomancer getting the last hit, but who cares? 6-2 now in favor of Gizmo. And they're just keeping this train rolling. You know, poor Beastman, like I said, he's not even able to get level 6. He's not able to do anything in this game. That's why I was a little confused with the pick when they already had Tidehunter. You know, just making it that much more difficult for them. At least Broodmother has the web so she can run quick and regen some health and be invisible. And actually popping this ult at top, she's blocking herself with her own little Spiderlings though, but gonna get the spawn Spiderling, gonna be the nuke. TA's here, body blocking, trying to do some final damage. Brewmaster gets a kill bottom the Shrek, and now Templar Assassin killing the Tidehunter. This is all in the favor of Gizmo. 9-2 now. Tier 1 tower might fall and bottom as well, and wow, Gizmo off to this fantastic start that you kind of would have expected if you saw the Rising Stars qualifier.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Check out some of this net worth. You can see Templar Assassin just up by so much, 5,700 gold. The next the highest on the Dire, Chaos Knight 33. I mean, that's 2,000 off. The Gale does miss, but a TP comes in instantly by Chaos Knight, and they're looking to get someone. A smoke comes out, and actually they are able to use it for now. The Urn's actually here too, and there's a Brew with a blink. And actually TA got hers too with 1,500 gold on top of that. Top's going to go down to Gizmo. Broodmother now finally starting to do her pushing thing, and that's exactly what she needs. You know, she's able to get in her role. It doesn't really matter too much how late of a start she gets. Her net worth's still higher than Chaos Knight even, and it's because of the tower pushers. You know, they're able to get the other lanes, let her get some of that focus off of her. That's so important. And actually, there's 4 of them top, so I say that. They know she's here. Oh, she really needs to fall back. They have vision. Or do they? No. Okay, they do have sentries. Okay, Tidehunter at least has a couple. I was going to say, I remember Vengeful having a lot, but doesn't have any for now. It just has boots. And they're trying to farm some of these Spiderlings. Spiderlings are kind of just suiciding on this Vengeful, doing a little bit of damage. In the meantime, Venomancer getting a kill, but it's going to cost Templar Assassin's life. Broodmaster now in a lot of trouble. His ult's down, but he's going in. So is Broodmother, and they're going to Thunderclap and TA buying back. Vengeful Spirit might just live. Telekinesis now comes out. That's a dead Tidehunter. Chaos Knight also going to fall. You see Beastmaster not level 6 yet, and boy does he wish he was. He's now getting initiated on. That's going to be his death as well. 4 down. 4 or 5 kings. Unfortunate TA to buy back, but she's still got tons of money and does not really care at this point in the game. The buyback's only about 500-600 gold. Not going to cost her too much. And they're going to get a tower for it, I think, so that definitely would be worth it if that's the case. It's actually kind of funny to see these 2 supports, Venomancer and Rubik, no deaths. Normally supports have at least 1 or 2 by now. Shares some of that pain, but no, they've done a good job surviving. And but TA's still, at the end of the day, up to 4 kills now. 3 assists as well, so being all over the map as she should be. Kind of expecting her to be going that Desolator just to keep the high damage going. And yes, the Mithril Hammer, although that could be a Black King bar too. And that, of course, would be really nice against a couple of these heroes. You know, I'm thinking Chaos Knight and Tidehunter with those stuns, as well as the Shrek. She's probably actually going Black King Bar. That would definitely be smarter now that I'm thinking about it. I was just greedy. I wanted the damage. And actually, speaking of damage, Shrek, Telekinesis, Fade Bolt. How much damage is it going to get off here? The Brewmaster ult's going to even come off. They haven't finished him off yet, and now Rubik's in a lot of trouble. The Shrek is going to fall, though. TA's also going to get a kill on this Vengeful Spirit. Tidehunter getting tornadoed up. What is going to happen when he lands is the question. He's not 6 yet. Look at that burst. Oh my god, the hits are hard. Whoa, doesn't get the kill, but yes he does. The Thunderclap will come out. And that's 4 dead again, 17-3. This is just, wow. Gizmo owning control of this game. Really ganking well. And I said as soon as they got those blinks on TA and Brew, it was going to be a lot of pain for 5 kings. And sure enough, that's the case. It's just so much damage at this point. Really hard for them to really contend it.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
In the meantime, their bottom lane's getting pushed out here by S, and I mean, this is just doing perfectly. They're playing their game exactly how they need to. Ganking with the heroes like Brew and TA, keeping the pressure up and then letting Broodmother push out lanes, which is what she's perfect at. Gonna get the last hit with that little spiderling and gonna fall back. In the meantime, their middle, they're gonna initiate. They're gonna kill the Shrek again. Good gracious, 5 deaths on him already, and now they're not done yet. Venomous Gale on this Tidehunter, who still doesn't have Ravage. God, does he wish he does. A swap even comes out. Venomancer a little questionable. Beastmaster ult, they're going all out on his Venomancer when really the secret weapon's coming down the bats now. Here we go, a Templar Assassin. One more auto attack on this Tide. Not going to get it off, though. Taking a lot of damage, melting just to take a little bit of his half off. But it looks like Chaos Knight's going to get this kill on TA. Possibly Rubik does finish Tidehunter. Yes, the last attack, Templar Assassin, does go down, but there's the Gale. No mana left on Chaos Knight. Should get killed here for sure. Even though it's just a couple supports, it's still a couple supports with an earn charge negative. The Shrek trying to stun, missing, and now actually falling back. Rubik with a double killer. Oh boy, 21-5. 4-0-10 Venomancer, 4-0-8 Rubik. These supports also playing just terrific so far. Bottom tier 3, half health, just from this Broodmother. I mean, this is exactly it. Even if they don't immensely come out on top in teamfights, although they have been, even if they don't, they still have the Brood pushing a lane somewhere or doing something. I'm going back to this net worth. Look at her now. She had such a terrible start, right? Look at these net worths. Oh, is that possible? Is that a bug on Beastmaster? 100? What? That doesn't even make sense. 171. I don't think so. But either way, he has had a rough start. He finally hit 6. Talk about 6 Tidehunter as well. Getting heroes like this with their ultimates, which are amazing, if you don't even get the ultimates, then your hero is not nearly as effective, especially with a hero like Tidehunter and Beastmaster. Those ultimates are game-changing in the team fights. It's CC. CC you desperately need. So it's so unfortunate that now, 16 minutes in, they're both able to hit level 6, already losing all their tier 2s, one of their tier 3s at half health. Gonna pull up the graphs really quick. Yeah, gold. Wow. About 20,000 gold in the advantage of the Radiant here. Gizmo doing well. Of course, 15,000 experience. And yeah, this is just pretty much gonna be GG for them. I mean, of course, there's always the chance 5 Kings could turn this around, but they need some spectacular positioning and team fighting to really happen here to come back. Because it's just the items at that point. There's so many good items up on this Radiant lineup. Like, even if they get the Ravage to hit all 5, I still don't think they could win the team fight. These people have a lot of health now, and they do a lot of damage. This Brewmaster especially doing a lot of damage. What's in this courier? It's an Oblivion Staff, a mech, and it looks like it's going to be a Vanguard coming out here for the Brewmaster. So they're going to have a lot of tankiness here. A lot of tankiness, and we're going to have to see if that really makes any difference. Probably not. Roshan is up. They might just choose to go for Roshan, frankly. It wouldn't be the worst thing to do. I mean, it's pretty much a free Roshan at this point. The pressure's all on their base. They kind of have to defend all these lanes. Except for top, actually. Top is pushed out by these creeps, at least, giving them a little breathing room. Speaking to people in chat, big apologies. You buying the ticket will give you access to these games in-game client. We are having just a little bit that just got put in the game overnight, and actually we should be able to get games hosted. In fact, hopefully the next couple games should be Dota TV games. We are working that out now with the admins to make sure that's up. So I will keep you guys posted, though, and I will let you know as soon as the next series starts if it is Dota TV enabled. But yeah, we're definitely planning on having these games Dota TV enabled. That is, of course, the purpose of buying that ticket. And thanks for supporting us here at Dota Talk as well as Gigabyte. Really appreciate it. And of course, everyone loves the Dota ticket. I love that system. I really do. Let you watch it in all of your HD glory in your game. You get to do the views you want. If you don't want to see what I'm looking at, like you're like, oh, why is J4Y looking at these Harpy Storms and Harpy Scouts zoomed in from the back here. That doesn't make sense. Look at these little hanging things. Like, I could be off doodling on this mini-map, and you're like, dude, the fight's right here. What are you doing, J4Y? Well, that's what the ticket's for, right? And then you, of course, can still listen to my lovely voice as a voiceover if you do wish. But either way, yes, we will have that going, and I do really apologize that this game is not Dota TV enabled, but we definitely are hoping to have all the rest of the games Dota TV enabled for you guys. Goes enabled, so here we go. Game back in action. TP coming top. TA just going to blink up and farm this again. Up, going for the Desolator. Yes, going for the burst damage. Very exciting. Ugh, she already hit so hard too. 89 plus 24. Add on top of that Desolator. I mean, it's just going to be insane amount of damage and frankly scary. I mean, as if this Dire team is not already scared. They have so much stun. They really do. They have 5 heroes, with the Ravage included in Beastmaster ult. I mean, that's 5 stuns on their whole lineup. But they haven't been able to chain them off. They haven't been able to use them the way they really need to. Pick off heroes. They've killed Brewmaster once with the chain of stuns. That's it. That's like all they've really been able to do so far with all this CC. But for the most part, it's been pretty thin. Actually, here we go. Brewmaster blinking in. Gonna ult even. A little questionable there. He really wants to go. I don't know if he should be. Yeah, they should fall back. So it's unfortunate. He's going to have his wasted ult here, but it's not the end of the world. You know, he will get back safe and sound, and they're just going to fall back. They get the kill still on the end of the day on the Vengeful Spirit. In the meantime, TA just farming away, just trying to get Desolator. He wants his item before he ends the game. He's like, it's not over till I get this Desolator, man. I want it just for J4Y. So here we go. They are farming up. We'll have to see how it goes. Roshan now getting started by Gizmo, already to have health. This is without TA. Wow. And there we go. TA now coming in. Surprised he hasn't done the meld attack yet. Give that minus armor to make it go that much quicker, but oh well. Not a big deal, right? There it is. Desolator finished. Aegis up on TA. Plus 84 damage. Minus armor on top of that. Minus 6 armor from Desolator. Minus 8 from Melt. I mean, how much more could you ask for from this team? Where's the medallion, right? Let's just stack up that minus armor. They don't think it's necessary, though, and frankly, I agree with them. Rubik going point booster. Just wants stats, I guess. Bloodstone Rubik as a support. If he got that, that would be pretty silly. Thank you for coming for the doodles. You know, that's why I'm here to serve, man. I'm here to serve for the doodles exclusively. As you can see, there's a giant snake rolling around here, but TA diving in while I'm doodling, and she's actually in over her head. Look at all the stuns! That's a dead TA. Aegis wasted. Way too aggressive. Baybolt's coming out. They're all around half health. The Ravage gonna get popped. Gonna hit a lot of heroes. Brewmother gets a kill. TA now trying to finish them off. There goes 2 more kills back in the favor of Gizmo. Chasing down this Chaos Knight. He is gonna most certainly fall as well. Brewmaster taking a lot of damage, but doesn't matter. Chaos Knight gets killed. Vengeful Spirit dead. Leshrac back in the game. Buys back, but can't do anything against it. So, yeah, okay, Aegis wasted, but I mean, it doesn't matter. She made them use a lot of spells, Beastmaster ult included. Ravage came out. It did hit 3 or 4 heroes, but like I said, I didn't think it would make a difference. They're too tanky. They do too much damage at this point, and it just showed right there. Bottom lane gone. Now rotating over to middle. Don't have the creeps quite yet, but don't really care either. They could just refraction tank the first few hits from the tower and be just fine. They had the wards too to tank. Actually, they want to go in. Templar Assassin. 1 attack, 2 attacks. Brewmaster stealing the kill with Thunderclap, as he should. Ulting now, gonna kill this Tidehunter, throws the rock, gets the fire damage. He's dead. Rubik taking the kill. No one wants to get the initial kills. They want to steal it all. Orchid used on Chaos Knight. Can they get the final blow? He's too tanky at the moment. They might... Why would they dive? Come on, you don't need to do that. Beastmaster taking a lot of damage. Reality Rift trying to pull the Brood in. It gets the Brood killed. Nice job by the Chaos Knight. Buyback by Brood. Look at the Thunderclap. They're also hurt, but it doesn't matter. Oh, another Reality Rift. And the Beastmaster just out of the range of the fountain, barely. Now the stolen stun. That's going to be a dead Chaos Knight. No, 4-second stun on the Brew. Rubik down. Brewmaster getting chained up. He's going to drop as well here to the Edict. Everyone buying back this game on the Radiant. They have all the money in the world. Now pushing this top lane. They want the range barracks? Okay. Well, range barracks down. Gonna see these super strong range creeps coming up. Actually, they want to go in. Look how much damage. She's trying to kill Beastmaster with the splash. Not happening. And now in the meantime, Beastmaster does get the kill on Beastmaster. Actually, it was the dot damage over time. TA getting chased down. Pops her fraction. Wants to get a blink off. But actually just doing some good damage. Killing the Vengeful Spirit in the meantime. And now still trying to run. She will survive with the bottle charges. Gosh, not enough. Venumancer plus Brew back in the game. Tied dead. 4 down. Chaos Knight the only one up. And this should be GG for Gizmo. Melee barracks. This is the one you guys want, folks. It's gone. It's gone. Middle coming down. Broodmother pushing. Yeah, this is GG Gizmo. 30,000 gold, 26,000 experience. I mean, they played this one solidly. This is exactly what they had in mind with the TA when they picked her in the Rising Stars qualifier. Now getting to fully take advantage of it, especially the Brew pick. I mean, this was just a wonderfully crafted team, like I was saying, and so was the Dire. I like their lineup as a team, but they didn't get the levels they needed. They didn't get their ultimates quick enough. Beastmaster took a lot of damage, got killed a few times, wasn't able to get any farm or any kind of levels, and really struggled. Now this little Necrono, oh no, poor Vino, ults galore, he's gonna fall. Broodmother, Reality Rift coming out. Will she fall as well? It looks like she should be able to barely escape. Gonna just still go in, ulti and everything. And she wants this with her ultimate. Will she actually survive? Yes, she will. Now they're gonna chase down one more attack. That's gonna be TA getting a triple kill. Tell me why you got a triple kill. Oh yeah, you're really farmed. That makes sense. GG well played, Slasher says. 5 Kings falls to Gizmo, goes to lose bracket. Gizmo, of course, continuing on in the winner's bracket for the Malaysia qualifier for the GEST. Interesting first game. Of course, it was a bit of a stomp, I have to say, but, you know, Gizmo's still playing a good game. Action-packed. At least it wasn't like a farm fest anti-mage annoying thing. You know, this is at least was exciting. You know, they got to fight throughout the game. 39-9. GG Gizmo. Once again, this was J4Y for Dota Talk. Thanks for joining me. More games should be on their way this morning. We're going to try and get that Dota TV stuff fixed, guys. Hoping it can be. If not, stay tuned with me as well on this live stream. I will keep you, abound. Keep you going this morning, or I guess evening, excuse me, wherever you're from. And, we will be back shortly.